it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot.
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Commanders and the Eagles.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. First play, Watson to the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try to run with Harris, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Najee Harris with career touchdown number 75. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, The quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Even against double coverage, he's got enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Second down and 7. Watson. And a loose football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wild-card teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front-row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. A beautiful fake. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free at the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On first down, it's Watson. Goes right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope he can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Got his man. It's London. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A give left side to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have retaken the lead.
Review the play.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the play. They run for it with Harris. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Good work after the catch. Getting another 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And now a throw in first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he missed it. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So that would have been...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Harris running straight ahead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Now here's another carry for Harris. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play action. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Room here to run. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, Watson. This one left side caught by Gibson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man is Uzama. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Now it's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Gibson.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Watson going to try and run it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
McManus's point after is good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run again with Harris. Shoves him aside.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
They'll try the right side with Harris.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Marcus Davenport, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Watson on 1st down. Going up top.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run with Gibson. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. To throw, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he will have a 1st down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with 17 seconds to play. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Watson. He's got his big tight end, Farrell, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Watson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Gibson again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
First throw in OT for Watson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's good for an Eagles.
From the 50, it's Watson. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Whitfield. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. They'll run on first down. Whitfield, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect him to attack on defense and not sit back.
Watson to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The kick by McManus is good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Throwing again here, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's London. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A great game, partner. A spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
So for Washington, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a home date next week against...
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game.